Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I recently bought the Transformers movie reissues of Thundercracker and Starscream, which I think were originally a Walmart exclusive, but here in Australia they were Big W. And they also released Hound. Now, in the US they released Hound and Hot Rod, but they didn't release Hot Rod here, they just released Hound. And I didn't buy it. I wanted to, I thought about it, but these ones had something that I wanted. Like, this Starscream has the orange canopy. It has the sort of bright blue parts, and the nose is all grey instead of blue, so it more resembles the one in the cartoon. And Thundercracker was coloured like the one in the original cartoon, and also has I think, God, did the original have the orange canopy? I don't know. Either way, the whole figure is moulded in a lighter colour. And, I mean, you know, they look more like the cartoon, and they looked as good as the originals. Whereas Hound, because the original Hound, this is the original vintage one that's managed to survive nearly 40 years. I mean, you can see it's black and a dark green and silver, but this new one, when I looked at the artwork, the pictures to promote it, it was basically all the black had been replaced with green, and all the green was a lighter shade of like army green, still that sort of green but lighter, and all the chrome, like his legs and all that, had been replaced with grey. And I sort of thought, okay, I get that it's supposed to look more like the cartoon, and the cartoon obviously was grey, but it was only grey because obviously they're not going to animate silver. I mean, you can't, you know, it's like it should have been silver. All the grey parts should have stayed silver, should have stayed chrome. Same thing with Hot Rod. He had his vents or whatever on the side they should have been chrome as well. So I ended up not getting it because I thought it's just an inferior version of the original. It's replaced the chrome, even with the wheels, with grey plastic, and he doesn't look any more like the one in the cartoon because the green isn't the right green, it's too light. And the only thing that I didn't really notice, but I realise now that it is similar, is replacing the black with green on the legs. That's sort of the only thing that makes him look more like the animated one. But then I actually watched a review, and I know I'm doing a review without actually having the item, but I just was watching a review that someone else did, and I saw a few things, and then I went back and looked at the photos, and I just realised I missed a couple of things. Because one of the things I noticed was, like, in the cartoon, his legs are a light green. I'm like, why didn't they do them light green? Why did they do them grey? And then I had a close look. It was just the photography was bad. It's a bit overexposed, and the green was a bit washed out, and it looks almost grey. And just from looking at it and not looking closely, I thought it was grey. So I'm a little bit annoyed in some ways because it's more like the cartoon one than I thought. But also, they didn't mould it in light green plastic, the legs. They basically painted it. And it looks painted. You can see the texture of the paint. It doesn't look like it's been spray painted properly. I don't know. And they did the motor as well, green. I'm like, why did they? So part of me is having buyer's remorse because I didn't get it because I didn't sort of notice that these parts were green instead of black. And these, you know, the legs and that are actually light green like the original, but it's still, without the chrome, it looks cheaper and it looks like a step back. But I just, part of me has buyer's remorse, and part of me is like, no, it's still not right. Like, it's just not right. Like, they're doing the motor green and painting it so it looks like it was painted by hand. Like, I swear you can see the texture in it in this guy's reviews. So I don't know, should I buy it? It's still available from what I can see. I'm hoping they release Hot Rod and then I can just buy the two of them, because I do want Hot Rod because he is coloured in this sort of pink maroni sort of colour like the character in the film. And had I realised this one had more green, they'd replaced some of the black with green and then done the light green on the legs, and that I probably might have got it because it was different enough. From the original pictures, it just looked like a cheaper version of the original where the silver was grey and everything else was the same. But I didn't notice the black had been changed to green. and the light green instead of grey, which makes kind of sense because obviously you're not going to have a light green chrome. It's light green, so it's not going to be chrome, so it doesn't bother me as much. So now I'm on the fence. I don't know if I should go back and get it or not, but I don't know, we'll see. Because once I start doing that, then I'm just going to start collecting hounds on their own, kind of like I sort of started collecting bumblebees on their own, have a lot of them, or more of them than I have any of the others. So I don't know. I sort of just wanted to talk about that for a minute, and I don't know if anyone has any advice for me. It'd be most welcome. I don't know if I should get it or not. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole, and where does it end? I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.